there are videos coming from all over the country. Allegedly, graders are going around Uganda's villages in preparation for the on-spot checks of Minister Balam Barugahara. What we don't know and can't verify is whether those videos are authentic. But what we can verify is that there's a new fever in this town and the new sheriff in town. And it's becoming increasingly clear the government has been releasing money and people have been sitting on it. Because the question that has to be asked right now is, where has all this work been all along? Did it have to take the energy of Saba Balam and Namere to come around to get this energy going? I think we just need to have 6 Balams in cabinet and we will have a new nation.
We need 6 Balams and we will have a new nation. That's foolhardy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ever since Balam Barugahara was appointed and sworn in as Minister of Local Government, he has been racing from one government institution to another, conducting these dramatic surprise inspections, catching officials off guard and portraying himself as the fearless new face of accountability. Social media is obviously loving it. They are enjoying it. Museveni and Muhoozi acolytes and emissaries are hailing him as the man who has finally declared war on corruption. But hey, your own Mordecai Murisa is not buying it. Not at all. Not yet, at least. Because if Balam Barugahara is truly on a mission to fight corruption, then he has started or launched this war at a very wrong end of the food chain. The corruption we are talking about, we've complained about, we have written reports about. This corruption is claiming to be confronting. Did not begin with hospital administrators. Absolutely not. It didn't begin with engineers of our roads. No, absolutely. It didn't begin with teachers or doctors in hospitals. Absolutely not. The corruption we are talking about was nurtured. It has been protected for decades and allowed to flourish over decades under the very system that has handed him a ministerial position. So here is my challenge to Balam Barugahara. Okay, you're fighting corruption, the new sheriff in the village or in the neighborhood. If this is more than a public relations campaign, then how about you stop chasing these small fish and go after the huge sharks, the ginormous ones in that sea or ocean? Start with those politically connected. Go after those that are accused of looting billions of shillings instead of, showing your tough persona, humiliating junior servants before television cameras. As we speak, some of the most influential figures who have been linked to most major corruption controversies remain in public offices, huge ones. So if Balam Barugahara believes no one is above the law, I agree with you, then this is where he must prove it. Go after those ones. Otherwise, these surprise inspections risk becoming nothing more than a traveling reality show. That's what it's pretty much it's becoming. And I know I'm going to be attacked with so many people thinking, oh, Mordecai, you're just a pessimist. You're watching a reality travel show. It is great for headlines. I mean, it gets you traffic on your social media, especially on TVs. It is excellent for social media clips and content creation, but carefully designed to avoid confronting the people who sit at the very top of the system that protects, that nurtures corruption. Anyone can stop a government office with a television camera rolling. The real test is whether you can knock on the doors of the powerful. Now, you might be wondering, hey, Mordecai, who are you referring to? Who are you referring to? I'm going to be showing you. But before I do that, welcome to Mordecai Murisa Live.
You're watching Mordecai Murisa Live political commentary. Please consider subscribing to help grow Uganda's Voices of Struggle ecosystem. Thank you.
I cannot appreciate you enough for using your valuable time to always go on social media, break down things for people.
So, ladies, when we talk about corruption in Uganda and going after the most powerful, the politically connected, We're talking about situations like
Brief.
this.
In 1995, Sam Kutesa allegedly undervalued Enhanced shares, later sold to himself and the president's brother, Salim Salih. In that specific case, Parliament censured Kutesa, but no action was taken by the executive. In 1997, Sam Kutesa was
dates back to 1990s. Sam Kutesa has been protected by the system. This is nurturing and protecting corruption.
named by a parliamentary committee for soliciting a bribe between 2 to 6 million US dollars. Now, with the bribe over the sale of Sheraton Hotel, the IGG and a committee of parliament investigated Sam Kutesa, and his co-accused were prosecuted but later acquitted by the anti-corruption court. Action taken, zero. In 1998, a parliamentary committee concluded it had been manipulated and taken advantage of by Sam Kutesa and a few politically powerful people. Action taken, zero.
A few politically connected powerful people.
In 2000, Sam Kutesa was mentioned in a deal to procure technology intelligent network monitoring stroke verification system, INMS. Now, Kutesa was named in a deal where the Ugandan government lost about 1 million US dollars to supply ballots. Now, Lithotech company with links to Sam Kutesa gets another contract to supply ballots for the local government. Action taken, zero.
Action taken, zero. See, Balam Barugahara and that lousy woman, what's her name? Namere. They'll go on to these stunts. They'll humiliate. I think I saw a video. Before I actually play that video, I'm going to have to show you what Kasumba was referring to. Engineers are worried. These are social media clips that are being created. They're funny, I will say. That, Balam is coming at 2 p.m., district engineer at a.m. This is what they do.
How can you come in if you can run? Pull up on. How can you come in if you can run? Pull up on.
I think I saw another one. That's funny. Then this one, he said, Honorable Balam and Namere are coming to visit us next week. And then they play this video.
Mama yangu, game over.
Yeah, like I said, what they're doing is good for social media, but they're going after the wrong people. I'll give an example here. We made commentary earlier today about the corruption at Parliament and revelations from Agatha Tyre, who told us that, the Bank of Uganda was accomplice in the lawlessness and impunity of Anita Among, especially theft from national coffers. Agatha said there's no political will. And this is how they paint the picture. Listen here.
There's not been political will to fight corruption since the NRM government came to power in 1986. And I don't know, I think it will sound now like a broken record because we've talked about so many of these examples before, so many times where President Museveni has interfered with investigations. There's an IGG who said the thieves hide behind Museveni. There's
exactly,
all these IGG people that have been in the office of the IGG have been frustrated.
Actually, both of them, Irene Muriagunja and Bet Olipunamisangu Kamya Tuliomwe, they both said, hey, I think we had, I had saved here something that in regards to what I'm talking about. Listen to this. Thieves hide behind Museveni's back, IGG. Okay, this is it. This is Irene Muriagunja. Thieves hide behind Museveni, says Irene Muriagunja, the Inspector General of Government. Then I'll take you here. When Betty Kamya, that was Irene Muriagunja, now Betty Kamya reports to Museveni the unbelievable, unfathomable levels of corruption. And listen to how Museveni responds.
The face of corruption, Your Excellency, and our honored guests, is that lifestyle which is not commensurate with a person's legitimate source of income.
I think this is 4 years ago, 5 years ago. That was before the appointment of Anita Among. But she warned. She wasn't clairvoyant or psychic, but she told you that, hey, The kind of lifestyle these people live should be a red flag. Museveni didn't care. Museveni protected and endorsed the lifestyle, the lavish, extravagant lifestyle of Anita Among. And now Museveni is the one coming out to fight that? No way. Listen to what he's going to say.
That expensive car, that mansion, those family holidays that's abroad, those expensive schools abroad where you take your children, which are not commensurate with your salary or your legitimate sources of income, is the face of corruption.
Listen.
Now, the lifestyle audit is
Audit fake.
good, but be careful, because we are still lucky that our corrupt people are corrupt here.
See?
They steal the money, they put it there. You see a five-star hotel from corruption. Now, if you only concentrate on the lifestyle, then they will take the money out.
See? He's pretty much endorsing corruption. Look at a heartbroken woman now. She couldn't believe she was hearing that from her appointee. She gave a very wonderful speech. If you want to go on and watch it, please type in Betty Kamya tells Museveni corrupt people are in government using free SC health insurance. It's 20 minutes in this speech. She outlined how the country has been plundered, how they do it, only for Museveni to be like, oh, you know what? It is fine as long as they still invest in Uganda. What?
To view with suspicion any abrupt display of unexplained wealth and report them to the IG or any relevant authority. Your Excellency, that will require a good strategy and special funding. We pray, sir, that you direct the Minister of Finance, Planning and Economic Development to make special provision for this activity on top of the budget ceiling for the financial year.
It's so sad that you have these brilliant women choosing to betray all the principles and values in service of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the dictator. Which usually brings me back to asking myself, did they genuinely believe in these ideas to start with? Because I could be here trying to convince themselves that they truly had these values and principles, but they never did. They were using them as a weapon to virtue signal. Yet, when they get in positions of power, they take the mask off, like Museveni did in the 1980s, when he convinced people that he was totally for the rule of law, democracy, respect to human rights, constitutionalism, name them, only for him to get to power. And he's like, okay, I don't care about any of those. He's now mentored a monster, wants him to be president. Criminal thug Muhoozi Kainerugaba. Sad. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I wanted to show you here. I think I had a video. Again, there's another surprise that having these abrupt, unannounced visits. This is Chris Baryomunsi.
At around 11 p.m. on Saturday, the Minister of Health, Dr. Chris Baryomunsi, made a surprise visit at Mbarara Regional Referral Hospital, but his discovery was terrifying.
Funny. How? How was it terrifying? This is not a bag, a BUG, in the way things are in Uganda. This is the pattern and practice. This is the feature of our healthcare. You can be surprised over something that is everywhere across the country. Then you had, I think it was Balam Barugahara, who, again, made another abrupt visit to a hospital in Mbale. Watch here. Look at where our people are sleeping. Now, credit where credit is due. You know, I try to find something good in everything. At least we're able, for Ugandans who might be living in this comfort, at least you're able to see while you're enjoying your shisha, what is it called? Shisha or shisha? I don't know. But that smoke in a Kampala casino or those nightclubs in Kampala, as you're having fun, going to Ibiza and, you're taking vacations. This is where our people are. Look. He goes on to engage, the administrators. What else did I wanted to show you? It was actually, I had a clip here I wanted to show you. It was a clip of Betty Olive Namisangu Kamatuli Omwe. Used to like that woman. Oh my God. One of the leaders Uganda missed by when she joined Museveni. Listen to what she said here.
Era abampuliriza nze Betty Kamatuli Omwe era nkolanga abandaba era abampuliriza nze Betty Kamatuli Omwe era nkolanga kaliisoliiso wa gavumenti ya Uganda. Nze kwogera ku buli bwanguzi obulyake n'obukenuzi nga bino ye mulabe namunzisa abonyaabonya bannayuganda. Mu malwaliro temuli ddagala na bikola ebyetaagisa, si kuba gavumenti talina ssente, wabula lwakuba ssente gavumenti beeziwa okugula eddagala bazeddiza ne bakola mu byabwe.
So go after those ones, the big billionaires.
Enguudo za Uganda zifuuse ekizibu ekizisa abakyala ku kkubo nga tebannatuuka mu ddwaliro. Ab'ebyokwerinda ba Uganda basula bubi ekyennyamiza. Emisaala gy'abakozi ba gavumenti giri wansi. Si lwakubanga gavumenti erina ssente zikola ku nsonga ezo, naye lwakubanga abakungu ba gavumenti abawa ssente okukola ku nsonga ezo, ssente bazigabana bannayuganda ne badooba. Kumpi buli nsonga yonna ekunyiga ng'ekwata ku buweereza bwa gavumenti bwesaanye okutuusaako, kitwale nti lwanguzi, bukenuzi, bulyake na bulabbayi, buyite obubbi obukutte ejjendu mu Uganda. Bannayuganda bambi muwa omusolo era eri gavumenti, naye mufuna kitono nnyo mu musolo gwe muwa okugeraageranya ku kye mwandifunye lw'ababbi abali mu gavumenti abeegabula ssente zammwe. Gavumenti yaleeta enkola ez'okukulaakulanya abantu kinnoomu nga entandikwa, bonna bagaggawale, emyoga ne PDM, naye era nga ssente bazibba, ekiziŋŋamizza enkulaakulana mu ggwanga lino. Abantu ababba ssente nno mulooza nti babeera bangi, baalubatu. Uganda eno erimu abantu obukadde 45, naye ku abo abantu ng'emitwalo 35 bokka be bakola mu gavumenti. Ate era ne ku abo abantu ng'ebitundu 10 ku buli 100 ku abo be batuuka ku lujjuliro era abasobola okwebegera ne baleka abangi nga bali okunkumuka oba busigaddewo. Kino kitegeeza nti ku bannayuganda abawera ddala obukadde 45, abakungu ba gavumenti 30.5 bokka be bagabana ebya Uganda.
Okay. 10% of 350 of the civil servants, which is 35,000. Out of 350,000, 10% is 35,000, are the ones who are stealing. When you go after a road engineer or a school administrator, a doctor, it means nothing. You can, I think I saw a video where I won't show you, but where Balam was like, I want this person to be fired. I want this person to be fired. See me. My name is Balam. I am tough. You can do that. Enjoy. Satisfies your ego. Oh, see me, I'm Balam. Seven is looking at you and laughing. The likes of some Kahamba are looking at you and be like, oh, look at this clown. You won't do nothing. That's where the problem is. And two things are going to happen. If you go after them, let me give you a challenge. You go after the likes of, go and make investigation into the Speaker of Parliament, in the Speaker of Parliament. And then the road will lead you to ordering the arrest of Thomas Taebwa. No, you won't do that. You'll go after road engineer in Bulambuli, Chironde Samuyiri, who stole 300 million shillings. Now, of course, that's a lot of money, but we're talking about 300 million shillings out of 40 billion shillings. Go after those big fish, not big shark. The shark in that sea. He's not going to do that. So this is pretty much PR stunts. This is for camera. This is for Namere and Balam Barugahara to see, hey, see me, I'm working. Two things are going to happen. If he goes after the right people, he's going to be fired. He won't be reappointed, for sure. But because he actually knows how the system works, he's been praising Muhoozi Kainerugaba, he's going to continue with these stunts. They will yield nothing. Of course, there's going to be some temporal that will give a semblance of, you see, he's worked. But ultimately, in the end, in the grand scheme of things, nothing. Zero. Now, that's not me being pessimistic. That's me being realistic with how the Museveni criminal regime is. These people just have to get out of power. Museveni has never wanted to work for the Ugandan people. You doubt me? Go find out what he told Jeff Koinange when he asked him, "Did you get tired? I mean, isn't this enough?" He says, "I don't care. I work for myself and my children and my grandchildren." That's Museveni for you. At one time he said, he's not anybody's servant. What? He doesn't believe in a public servant. He looks at himself as a king. Actually, he referred to himself as a modern day king. Again, there's a story. You can everything I say, you just type in your browser and just add the term Museveni and you'll see. So these are all for stunts. But hey, you can prove me wrong by doing the job. I'll change my mind. Go after big names. The Kutes of this world. Otherwise, enough of your comedy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you let me know what you think. Be like, hey, Mordecai, I think you're being so negative-minded, pessimistic, that I'll revise my position. But if you agree with me, you can as well tell me, am I missing out a point on these stunts of Museveni and Muhoozi? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Did you enjoy what you just watched?
I'm sure they did.
I'm going to guess that you did. How about you consider subscribing to Mordecai Marissa Live YouTube channel? Thank you.